This is the Secretlab Titan Evo 2022 series gaming chair. This is the latest chair from Secretlab that sees it add new features over its earlier chairs to make this one of the best chairs that is just at home in the office as it is for gaming. So what are its new features, what's it like, and should you buy one? Welcome to my tech gear, let's find out. Before we go any further, it is worth pointing out that Secretlab did not send me this chair for review. I didn't get it for free. They're not sponsoring this video. I bought this with my own money, so you will get my honest review. I will, however, put a purchase link to it in the description down below, so you can go check it out for yourself if you like. Now, I've always been impressed with how well packaged Secretlab's chairs are, and the Titan Evo is no exception. And that attention to detail in the packaging shows from the moment you open the box. It even comes with a huge step-by-step guide of how to assemble the chair. This makes it super easy to set up, although there is a step-by-step video guide on their website too, so you can reference it if you get stuck. But honestly, I don't think you will. Everything in the box is super well packaged, and it even says on the box that it has been drop tested up to 5 feet, so a courier would have to be pretty rough with it for it to get damaged in transit. And that's reassuring to know. Once you've got everything out of the box and got rid of all that packaging, then you're ready to assemble it. Lay all the pieces out and then simply follow the assembly guide. First, take the caster wheels out of their storage box and attach them to the wheelbase. Once all the wheels are attached, then simply flip it over. Now drop the hydraulic piston into the center of the wheelbase and then cover with the piston sleeve. And that's the wheelbase all done. Now we need to assemble the main part of the chair. Attach the back of the chair to the seat base with the provided screws using the toolkit that came with the chair, screwing in first the right-hand side and then the left-hand side of the chair afterwards. Once both sides are done, then cover both screw areas with the magnetic backrest brackets. Now flip the chair over, as we're now going to attach the wheelbase that we assembled earlier. First up, we need to screw the hydraulics to the seat base. So take the hydraulic section and line it up as shown in the diagram on the sticker that's under the seat. Attach it with the 4 screws that are also provided in the box. Once all those 4 screws are tightened, then take the wheelbase that we assembled earlier and simply slot the hydraulic piston into the center of the hydraulic section. It should just drop into place. Once that's in place, then flip the chair up onto its wheels, and that's the majority of the chair done. Now we've just got to finish it off with the headrest and the armrest. Take the armrest tops out of their box and just place them over the top of the armrest, and they will snap into place through the magnets that are built into the armrest and the top. And the headrest is in a similar vein as well. The headrest itself is made of this super soft memory foam, and it also is attached by magnets. So just throw it on and you're done. What makes the assembly of this chair so easy is the super easy to follow guide that comes with it and the toolkit. So you don't have to rummage around in your garage for a Allen key or a screwdriver or something like that. Everything you need is in the box, which means it's really easy to get set up in no time at all. Feature-wise, it does retain a lot of features of previous Secretlab chairs. First up, it is fully adjustable. So the chair can be height adjusted using the lever on the right-hand side to go up and down. It also on the left-hand side has multi-tilt, so that allows you to set the angle of the seat, rocking back or forwards. There is a tilt tension adjustment underneath the seat as well, so that allows you to set the resistance level for it to rock back. So that's really useful because you can adjust it to exactly your right weight. And it also has a back tilt adjustment, which is the handbrake lever on the right-hand side. Now that will allow you, along with everything else, to push the chair up to 165 degrees backwards. And that's almost flat, so you can pretty easily fall asleep in this, and I have. We have fully adjustable armrests here, so you can move these up, down, left, right, forwards, backwards, and diagonally as well. To move them up and down, simply press the lever on the outside of the armrest. To move it in and out, there is a button on the inside of the chair, and the button at the front of the armrest allows you to move the armrest forwards and backwards or diagonally in and out. The armrests also come with what Secretlab calls cloud swap technology, which basically means there's a bunch of magnets in here that keeps the top attached to the rest. It is held in really firmly though, so it's not accidentally going to pop off. What it does allow you to do is if you want to buy some of the optional extras, there is a cool gel armrest that you can buy. You can simply take these off and then put the new ones on. Or if you damage these, you could get a replacement kit. So you're not going to have to replace like the whole armrest just to replace something that might be damaged on the top. And it easily snaps back into place as well. The seat sees a change here now as well, so we now have a pebble seat. Now this is a low profile contoured seat, which encourages you to sit in the middle, but it also gives you a wider area for sitting. So if you're going to sit in positions that probably aren't optimal, then it's going to really suit you. So I tend to have a habit of sitting one-legged, which I found really hard in the Amiga chair because it was quite a bucket seat. Because you've got a flatter profile to the seat, that's a lot easier to do. You could even sit on this cross-legged without any issue. Again, with some of the smaller chairs, like the Omega chair, it wasn't as easy to do that. The seat itself is made of a cold cured foam, which Secretlab say gives you a medium to firm feel. Honestly, in my opinion, it is a firm seat. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. However, if you are looking for a super soft seat, then you probably need to look elsewhere. But you don't really want a soft seat. What you need is a seat that's going to support you for either hours of work or long gaming sessions. And this definitely does that. And the chair also has a lumbar support as well, which can either be adjusted up or down, or the curvature of it can be adjusted as well. And that is done using two knobs on the left and the right hand side of the chair. And finally, we have the headrest. Now, in previous generation gaming chairs, and this includes Secretlab themselves, the headrest was typically attached to a chair using an elasticated strap. It worked, but it was a little bit clunky, and I wasn't a big fan because it would move around a lot. Now, however, with the Titan Evo 2022, this is magnetic and it just attaches to the back of the headrest using magnets. It can easily be adjusted up and down as well. So there's a range here from about up to the top, right up here, and you can move it down to around here before it starts to lose magnetism. So you've got quite a range of where you can put the headrest. With the introduction of the Titan Evo 2022, Secretlab have consolidated all their chairs into a single model, but available in 3 different sizes of small, regular and large. For reference, I'm about 5'8" and 180 pounds, and the regular version that this one is fits me really well. If you're under 5'6", then you generally want to go for the small size. If you are 5'7" to 5'9", somewhere between 175 to 395 pounds, then you're going to be wanting to go for the large version of the chair. No matter the size of the chair, they all have the same features, so you're not missing out no matter who you are. Now, the chair is available in 2 different fabrics. There's the Neo Hybrid Leatherette and the Soft Weave Plus fabric. The Neo Hybrid Leatherette is a great choice if you want something that's super easy to clean and looks as though it honestly is real leather. If, however, you want a fabric that is more tolerant of pets and also more breathable, then the Soft Weave Plus fabric is a better option. Now, I live in a hot climate and I've got pets, so the Soft Weave Plus fabric was a better option for me, and this one is the Black 3 edition. There is a Nappa leather option available as well, but that's going to cost you several $100s more than the other 2 options. Now, the Neo Leather definitely has the bigger color range here, whether that's basic colors or esports colors or tie-ins with TV shows and superheroes. Want the Batman or the Flash logo on your chair? Got that covered. Fan of a Game of Thrones or League of Legends? Got that covered too. The Soft Weave Plus fabric is definitely available in less colors than the Neo Leather. However, it's in more colors than the previous Soft Weave fabric was. There are the classics of Black 3, which is this one, and the Cookies and Cream, but there's also a variety of pastel colors available as well, and there's even a Minecraft edition as well. So with all the different variations from sizes, fabrics and colors, there are up to 130 different variants of this chair for you to buy, so you're guaranteed to find one that's right for you. And now we get to the pointy end, which is price. Now, both the small and the regular version are going to cost you $499. If you want the Soft Weave Plus fabric, that will cost you an extra $20 on top of that. If you want the large version of the chairs, that's going to cost you an extra $50 on top of whichever fabric you buy. And Secretlab often have sales, so you might be able to find the price even cheaper when you go to their website. And to add even more value to the chair, it comes with 3 years of warranty by default. Now, that's already pretty good, but you can get it upgraded to 5 years for free. All you need to do is post a public post on a social media site to get it. So it's a bit of free advertising for them, an extra peace of mind for yourself. Now, if you don't want to post on a social media site, you can still get that 5-year warranty. It's just going to cost you an extra $50 to get it. So at the end of the day, should you buy it? Well, if you're after a fully adjustable chair that comes with a really good warranty and comes in a range of sizes, colors and fabrics, then I can definitely recommend the Secretlab Titan Evo 2022. I'll place the purchase link to it in the description down below, so you can go check it out for yourself. I am really glad that I bought this, and I had their Omega chair before this. Actually, that chair is still a good chair and it's still available, and it's even cheaper than this chair is. So if you want to go check that out, be sure to check out my review that's available up here. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and share it. Consider subscribing if you're not. And as always, see you in the next one.